addicted to bull riding and rodeo culture, and I wanted to raise bucking bulls, I think, since the day I came out of the womb. And he was living out of a Capri camper, going from town to town to town, different state, sometimes different country. He would be there in a matter of days. I mean, you were like a circus, basically.
Yeah, we put about 100,000 miles on our truck each year, and country-wise, I'd go to Australia twice a year. We'd go to Brazil once. I've been to every state in the U.S., Alaska twice, Canada, Mexico, Guatemala. Yeah, so we got to travel around, and I really got to see most of the world. So it's something I'm really, really grateful for. I met a bunch of great people.
Yeah, as I say, the people you meet is probably the best part of it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
When I was about 16, and I raised a bunch of bulls and would go from event to event, from here to Louisiana to PBRs. And my grandparents always were big supporters. My grandfather was Fess Parker, who was Davy Crockett and Daniel Boone. And so he and I really related on the kind of Western aspect of things, where my grandma, she was more refined. She wanted me to sing and dance, and that was never my thing. So my grandpa and I became really close. So he helped me go through all the bucking bulls and was really supportive. But then when I went to Anaheim, I met him, and that's kind of that started that chapter of my life. And we continued with bucking bulls for a few more years. When my grandfather passed away is when I moved kind of from bucking bulls into beef cattle. So something through that whole program of raising bucking bulls all those years, my grandpa wanted me to be able to incorporate my love for cattle and horses into the family business somehow. So that was really big for him. And after a lot of thinking and kind of pondering, you know, what I wanted to do with that, I stumbled across Wagyu. And I was like, what a neat breed. It's different. It's unique. It has such a neat story. I want to do this. So I had to talk my husband into doing this because he thought I was crazy. Prior to that, he raised roping steers, which basically take little to no maintenance at all. And I had to explain to him how I wanted to get these really expensive Japanese Wagyu bulls and breed them to cows. And it was a bit of an argument for about 7 years. We bred these Wagyu bulls to Longhorns, to Charolais, to any backyard, anything that we could find, until finally I kind of got him a little bit half convinced about the quality of the meat and why I chose Wagyu. And then our program kind of blew up from there. And now we have our Wagyu cattle in California, New Mexico, and Texas. And we use that meat, and we supply like my brother's brewery, Third Window Brewery in Santa Barbara. We supply the winery when they have big functions with briskets and tri-tips. We sell our beef at farmers markets. And to kind of further close the circle, we take all of the brewer's grain from my brother's brewery and all the grape pumice from our winery, and we silage that, and that's what we actually finish our cattle on. So we don't use any antibiotics, any hormones, any corn, genetically modified anything. It's all from the ranch. The cows are raised here, they eat from here. Everything is closed circle. So it's pretty neat how every aspect of it is a little bit of a family member, whether it's the brewery, whether it's the winery, it's the cattle business, it's cousins or nieces or nephew. Everybody has a hand in getting this piece of meat to the plate. Traveling with a hat, that is an interesting thing for my husband because he is very particular about his hats, very particular. And that is probably the hardest thing for him, especially being on flights, trying to be able to protect it on a flight.
It is. It's hard. It takes a while because, like, I don't know. Like she said, I'm pretty picky when it comes to hats. So it's hard to, I don't know, put it somewhere. You can't put it in an overhead bin. All the damn bags are going to smash it when you land or take off. You put it in your lap. It works good for a little bit. But if you ever fall asleep, it ends up on the floor, and then your dang guy next to you
steps on it.
He's stepping on it. I really like felt hats. I tend to wear a straw mainly more when I'm working because there's more of a chance it's going to get smashed. It's going to get dirty. Like things are going to happen to it. And versus it's easy to replace a couple $100 straw hat versus
a couple $1,000 felt hat.
You know, and I'm very particular about my felt hats. When I get one, I want it to be a really nice one made out of a beaver pelt versus a little more rabbit, because I think they last longer.
My name's Katie McDonald, owner of Capland and Cattle and Fess Parker Ridge.
I'm Rocky. I'm Katie's better half. And I guess she's got...
You could be the part owner.
Yeah, I'm the pack mule. I'm the one that gets all the stuff done. She takes the credit for it.
Damn straight, I'm better looking.